Geometry and physics are the two main subjects that students struggle with the most. And I'm going to break down why it is helpful for your students to preview these two subjects before school year starts. Because I've run into this pattern so many times. Student struggles in these subjects, and then parent pays for tutor, and tutor actually starts a few chapters behind where the class is actually in. And this is clearly a stressful situation for the student. Stress goes up. Unless they have an excellent tutor, their confidence level is already down, and it's uncertain whether the grades will improve by the end of the year. Meanwhile, the classmates who previewed even a little over the summer, they're fine. They feel calm, confident. And this is the truth. Once you fall behind subjects like geometry and physics, catching up while keeping pace is nearly impossible. And this is especially for students who are non-STEM, students who are more inclined to humanities, creative arts. They still need to go through the school curriculum. They still need to go through the geometry and physics. For me personally, I took geometry in 8th grade, and physics I knew I was not one of those students that liked physics. I had a hard time with physics. This is the one I took in junior year, 11th grade. And physics was actually one of the classes that I got the lowest grade in for that year. So I was very anxious. I was very stressed out while taking this class. And mind you, this was an AP course. So that's why preparation is not pressure. Preparation is protection. And I did not preview or prepare for physics over the summer. And so I deserved what I received. It was a really good life lesson. So why do I emphasize geometry and physics? Why not other subjects like algebra or history? Well, geometry is logic-based and visual. So students who are used to algebraic rules, because that's usually what they learn first. Actually, Algebra 1 comes first and then geometry. So students who are already used to algebraic rules get a whiplash when suddenly they're asked to prove things. And physics is one that really splits the students in half. They either love it or they just think it's torture. I was on this camp. So how do you know where your student stands? It's by previewing it. It's by learning ahead over the summer. So don't struggle like I did once the school year starts. Spend just a few weeks in the summer, covering a few chapters in summer. Cover 3 to 4 chapters for the students that will be taking that in the upcoming year. So once you cover a few chapters and you feel like it clicks, then you can take a break. But if it's a struggle, then stay ahead and make that your game plan for the school year. Now, as a parent, you might already understand the importance of learning in repetition. Students might understand why they would have to learn a subject twice, once over the summer and in the actual school year. Because if they don't learn it twice, they'll have to learn it thrice. Because first in class, and then secondly, You study again with a tutor, and then you study again before finals. So it's better to learn it once in summer and then again during school from a position of strength. So repetition is not inefficiency. Not all the time. Repetition is mastery. For subjects like geometry and physics. And let's say a student previews physics over the summer and they find it easy, then they can go ahead and take AP Physics. If they can do this in their 10th or 11th grade, that'd be advantageous. And then use the summer to master the AP and aim for a top score. Get a 5. This would demonstrate genuine interest in STEM before the college applications begin. This would be a very good strategy for a STEM student. Early achievement signals talent. And previewing or learning ahead teaches what classrooms cannot teach. Because classrooms move on a schedule. So your student might be curious, but the curriculum will not stop for that. So previewing is to find out if the subject suits their learning style. It helps them experiment without pressure. Find out their strengths. They can build confidence before grades ever come into play. And they might find something surprising about themselves. They may say, wait, I actually like it. I actually like learning physics. And many brilliant students never realize they have a natural gift for physics because their school pace never gave them time to figure it out. So that's why previewing is so important, especially if your student is experimenting and discovering their life interest. So like with all school subjects, geometry and physics don't reward procrastinators. After a few weeks of previewing could save months of stress. If your student finds these classes easy, especially physics, then level up and take AP, challenge yourself, build your future. And if they find it hard, that's okay. But go in prepared. This is a sign that your student must prepare for the upcoming school year. And this will greatly reduce their stress. They'll feel less panic, anxiety about the subject.